A Nasty Awakening, a Grim Situation at the Heavens High Hotel, September 4th, 2430, 1200 hours, Zelos Prime, Megacity. Rex jolted awake, his senses assaulted by chaos and confusion. Rough hands gripped his shoulders, shaking him violently. The discordance of shouted orders and the shattered remnants of the hotel room filled his mind as he struggled to focus. "Get up! Hands where we can see them!" A commanding voice cut through the fog in his brain, for his head pounded like a piercing drum inside his skull. Blinking against the blinding sunlight streaming through the window, Rex tried to piece together the fragments of his memory about the recent events of his last mission. The last thing he remembered was meeting with that agent of the Aerith Alliance, Miss Tilly Masters, who wanted to defect. Her defection came with a much-sought gift: the Arathian private keys to the Rolus 11 Relay Space Station, a critical telecommunications point connecting all 9 sectors of the Retralis galactic volume. As his vision cleared, Rex's heart dropped. Beside him, on the once pristine white sheets, lay Tilly, her lifeless eyes staring at the ceiling, a thin line of blood trickling from the corner of her mouth. Panic surged through him as he was hauled out of bed by the arresting officers. Rex glanced around the room, searching for any clue, any sign of what had happened. His clothes were scattered across the floor, while Tilly's purse lay upturned on the nightstand, its contents spilled all over the place. "You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent," a Ghost Federation military police officer barked. Rex's mind raced. Tilly had given him the private keys to the Rolus 11 Relay Space Station the night before. With those keys, the Ghost Federation intelligence could decipher Arathian telecommunications, giving them a considerable advantage. He couldn't remember killing her. He couldn't remember anything past their last conversation right after they had entered the hotel room last night at around 2100. "I am an agent of the Ghost Federation Security Service," Rex shouted. "You must help me secure a very important item. It's in my jacket." "Here, wear your clothes," another military police officer said, throwing him his pants, shirt, and jacket. Rex hastily dressed and checked inside his jacket, but the data stick containing the private keys was nowhere to be found. Panic turned to cold dread. "Somebody has taken a very important data stick," Rex declared to the head officer, while showing his ID card from his wallet. "You must help me search for it before we go anywhere." Handcuffed, the officer in charge put Rex's hands behind his back and handcuffed him. "We know," the officer said. "The hotel's CCTV surveillance system shows you killing this girl by snapping her neck and then handing over the data stick to an unidentified man in the hotel's corridor. Then you must have went to sleep next to the girl you had just killed. Shame on you. You must be a real psychopath." "That's a lie," Rex shouted back at the military police officer. "I have never committed such crimes." "Rex Dodgers, I am arresting you for murdering this girl and also for espionage action against the Ghost Federation, thus for high treason. You are a gruesome criminal and a despicable traitor. Take him away." No one was listening to Rex. Only Tilly's body remained, a haunting image of beauty and eternal sleep before a sergeant finally covered her with a blanket. "But why keep me alive?" Rex struggled to maintain his composure, his eyes darting around the room. Amid the chaos, he realized with growing horror that the data stick with the private keys was indeed gone. He had no chance to retrieve it now, but in his desperation he tried to commit the room's details to memory. To no avail. Whoever had orchestrated this scheme had stolen the keys, killed Tilly, and framed him in the process. "Why frame me and not kill me outright?" Rex thought, his mind racing. They had the chance. They killed Tilly without hesitation. Maybe keeping me alive serves a purpose. Discrediting the Ghost Federation Security Service? That's it. This way, no other agent would dare defect to the Ghost Federation, knowing its counter-espionage agency would be seen as unable to protect those defecting agents. At the same time, it forces the Ghost Fed's hand to eliminate one of its best agents, me. That's enough for starters, Rex thought, but by keeping me alive, they made a big mistake. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I will find them and I will kill them. I have been framed. "Listen to me," Rex said, his voice hoarse and urgent, as the officers dragged him toward the door. "I don't know anything about the video you're talking about. Someone else did this. I never killed that girl. And they took a very important intelligence entity with them. Save it for the station, one of the officers snapped, shoving him through the splintered remains of the door and into the hallway.